Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bee Swarm Gaming. Yes, so before I start, let me give a shout out to some individuals that I play this game with. You got Tomahawk Dragon and his channel. You have got Food Guy Gaming and his channel. Let's see who else. Oh, Fazbro and their channel. And Oofmaster Gaming, yes. Now these are all their channels, so go check them out. They do Bee Swarm Gaming stuff on theirs, and they have other games as well. Now people have asked me if I should branch out to other games. If you think I should, invite me. If you think I should, leave comments. I don't know. I mean, I'm really not a Roblox player of games that much. I'm one of those individuals where I find something and I want to be very good at it. You know, I don't want to be like mediocre at this, and then find something and then be really good at it. I would rather find something and then be as best as I can at it, right? I mean, if I'm going to invest like time and Robux and everything, I want it to be at one thing, right? And right now, that's the Bee Swarm. Now, maybe one day I'll get tired of Bee Swarm. M Maybe I'll get tired of looking at this goofy face. Right now, I think it's still cool. You know, I think it's funny. And maybe one day it'll give me nightmares or something, right? Who knows? So anyway, those are the shout outs. I also want to give a shout out to myself in that yesterday I fought Stump Snail without even meaning to fight him, right? So here's what I mean. I had a mission to get 300 million pollen at the stump from Black Bear's Mythic Quest. Sounds like a lot. Actually, it's not a lot with all the gear that my noob has, right? I have a good dipper, I have good guards, I have the honeycomb belt, so on and so on. I have the stuff that can pull pollen up. 300 million, it's not going to take all day. It's not an all day thing. 300 million, I'm not going to give you a time. Let's just say it's not difficult. It's not like the first time where I'm like, whoa, 300 million. Jeez Louise, this is going to take a long time. But I'm going at it, and it is going a lot slower. I mean, imagine going at something that you are just not used to with the shovel, right? You're like, great, they gave me the shovel that you started out with. Well, that's kind of what it felt like. I'm like, this is going way too slow. I'm looking at the pollen counter, and it's not even like in the tens of thousands. It's like in the hundreds, hitting the thousands. And I'm just like, what the heck's going on? Well, it made me realize, oh, every bee except for the baby bee. Now, this is probably where people say, hey, well, the baby bee has an advantage. It doesn't fight, so all it's going to do is gather pollen for you. Okay, so the baby bee actually has another attribute, is that it can be good for one mission at the stump if you're there just to collect pollen. So all my bees are fighting. They're not gathering pollen. It makes me realize, all right, this is why it's so important for these bees to have a good pollen rate, is because they're going to collect a lot of the pollen for you. So I'm working all day to collect pollen at the stump. Now you may say all day. People use words like that, like all day, all the time, really hard, the most, this and that. Well, here is the example of all day. Like I said, I had like about 29 million on the snail's hit points. When I was done, that thing came down to about 14 million hit points. And I do not have a fire mask on. I did not use any stingers. I did not use any attack boosts. My attack is very low. Crit chance, very low. Crit power, good enough for a noob farmer. Okay, so everything that I have is not meant to kill the snail. If I went to kill the snail, it would take a long time, right? And I don't AFK things. So if I even decided to do AFK from the time that I stopped, I would still be fighting the snail. So that should show you that I was constantly trying to get this 300. Now, I finally did late at night, but that tells you how long this whole thing took. Now, after the shoutouts, after telling you that, I'm going to fight Crabby today with the Gummy Mask. The reason is because a lot of individuals get the Gummy Mask first, and they're able to beat Crabby, and they wear the Gummy Mask straight, and they go kill Crabby. The Gummy Mask does not give any attack, so why fight Crabby with the Gummy Mask if you still have the Fire Mask on? You know, if you still had the Fire Mask on to fight Crabby, but you just love the way how the Gummy Mask looks, because it is really cool. I think it looks better than the Fire Mask. But you have the Gummy Mask, and you go fight Crabby. Well, one reason maybe is because it's a white field. You can kill Crabby. Your bees should be leveled up decently anyway by that time. And you farm and you kill at the same time. But the Fire Mask will take them down faster. Yeah, but really, how much faster? Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to use the same boost as I would with the Demon Mask. And we are just going to go after Crabby. And last time I got a high score. So I'm basically going to do the same stuff. And we're actually going to see the difference. Not like so specific, but we're going to see the difference in using the Gummy Mask versus the Demon Mask. Alright, so right now we're seeing that my pollen is a little over 1 billion. Everything is the same. Alright, so let's get the boost started. And let's get everything started. Alright, let's go fight Crabby. Let's put this out there. And let's just get this going. Alright. Now last time we were actually quite lucky on all that stuff. Alright, stinger number 1 going. Now recently I have been using stingers on Crabby. Not consistently, but I have been using them. Last time I really used them to get a fast time. It was my best time, and I got lucky with the beginning of coconut drops. What would be cool in a buff is if the bear bee had an attack buff when he morphs into like a certain bee. It doesn't have to be every bee. I don't think being Mother Bear should be Mother Bear would give him a strength boost, but you know, like maybe Black Bear or Brown Bear, they're probably stronger, or Science Bear because he comes up with some sort of a super potion. But you know, I think some of the bees should have a buff. Some bees are just kind of I guess maybe outdated. You know, you could either replace them or buff them. Games every once in a while have a buff to their characters because people complain about them. You know, they complain that this bee just doesn't do like enough. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about in terms of the bees. All right, and we had a tornado, so that's always helpful. Good stuff. Thank you, Tornado. Thank you for staying around. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, token link, token link. I used a lot of Star Jelly like recently because I tried to get a Mythic Bee the same way how some other people did by using Royal Jelly. I was saving up for like 25,000 because that's the odds, 1 out of 25,000. However, what ended up happening is it went off through 4,000 and I didn't get anything. I got a Bomber Bee, so I had to use the Star Jelly to get something good, and I did end up getting a Demon Bee. Now, something that I saw is that this thing filled up, which did not happen with the Demon Bee. The Demon Bee never fills up the pollen. This thing went up to 100 million. Pollen was gathered. And I want to use the stinger like twice. I probably should have used it more, but let's see what the time is. Fastest time was 1 minute and 11 seconds. This one says that I beat Coconut Crab. Let's see. In 1 minute 53 seconds. So it's about 40 seconds longer. But that's what it is. Okay, so that is Fighting Crabby with the Gummy Mask. Let me exit with actually him smiling. Alright, that's Fighting Crabby with the Gummy Mask.